Good evening to all. Today we are going to see what is material control. So, material cost is one of the following most important elements of the cost of production. In certain types of products, material cost accounts for 50 to 60% of the total cost. Hence, there should be a proper control over materials. An efficient system of material control will lead to a significant reduction in total cost of production. Besides, no system of costing can be considered complete without proper control of material. And the term of material means and includes raw materials, spare parts and components, factory supplies, packing materials, etc. So, what are the objectives of material control? It aims at achieving savings in material cost, improvement in material handling, increased production, and avoidance of over investment or under investment in inventories. The important objectives of material control are to make available the right type of raw materials at the right time in order to have smooth and continuous flow of production, then to ensure effective utilization of material, and production stoppages and production delays cause substantial loss to concern, to prevent overstocking of materials and consequent locking up of working capital, and to procure appropriate quality raw materials at reasonable price, and to prevent losses during storage of materials, and to supply information to the management regarding the cost of materials and the availability of cost. And the quality of finished goods depends mainly on the quality of raw material used. And the following or main advantages of material control is it helps to eliminate or minimize waste through control of purchases, storage, and issues of materials. And it facilitates detection and elimination of fraud, or by implementing these stock control measures, it facilitates maintenance of stock at appropriate levels so that production is not stopped for want of materials. Thus, it prevents production delays and it avoids over investment in inventories. It is of a vital importance to exercise the strict control and supervision over the purchases, storage, and handling of materials. The loss of material may occur on account of rust, dirt, or moisture, bad and careless handling of materials, poor packing, and many other reasons. And the causes responsible for such losses must be brought to light, and at most effort should be made to minimize the wastage of raw material. A proper system of material control also aims at fixing responsibility of operating units and individuals connected with the purchase, storage, and handling of materials. And another objective of material control is to provide accurate information regarding material cost and inventory wherever needed by the management. Next, essentials of material control. There should be a proper cooperation and coordination among the departments dealing with materials, and all purchases must be centralized and must be made through an expert purchase manager, and all items in stores should be classified with codes. And material control ensures regular supply of materials to the factory so the production may not be held up the want of material, and by fixing various stock level, minimum level, maximum level, and ordering level, and overstocking and understocking of material can be avoided. Receiving and inspection procedure should be checked out, and idle storage and preservation facilities will have to be provided. Stores control measures like ABC analysis, perceptual inventory system, stock verification should be introduced, and there should be an efficient system of internal audit and internal check. And appropriate records should be maintained to control issues and utilization of stores in production. There should be a system of regular reporting to management regarding material purchases, storage, and utilization, etc. And proper material management and control reduces the wastage of materials. While purchasing material, it is seen that is purchased at reasonable low prices, but the quality is not to be sacrificed in the plan of low prices. Up to dated and readily material information can be made available to the management for planning and decision making. The storekeeper can supply information because he keeps up to dated record of the every item of the store under proper system of material control. And the internal check system is the part of material control. Under the system, the employees perform their work on rotational basis by which misappropriation of material is minimized. For keeping the stock of raw materials within limits in the stores, that is to avoid overstocking and understocking of raw materials, material control is significant. It ensures the proper storage of materials for the proper preservation and safety of materials. Adequate storage of facilities are to be provided. With the help of proper storing of material, a quantity of material as when required can be issued to various jobs. For knowing proper cost of production, control over the material is indispensable. Certain techniques and methods are developed under the system of material control, thereby ensuring optimum utilization of material. In order to undertake continuous checking of materials, the necessity of proper system of material control cannot be ignored. A well management system of materials control ensure the availability of different kinds of the materials without delay, and proper coordination of all departments involved like finance, purchasing, receiving, inspection, storage, and accounting, payment also. Determine the purchasing procedure to see that purchases are made after making suitable inquiries at the most favorable term to the firm. Use of standard forms for placing the order, noting a receipt of goods, authorizing issues of the material, etc. The preparation of budget concerning materials, supplies, and equipment to ensure economy in purchasing and use of materials. And operations of a system of internal checks so that all transactions involving materials, supplies, and equipment purchases are properly approved and automatically checked. The storage of materials and supplies in a well designated location with proper safeguards. An operation of a system of perpetual inventory together with the continuous stocks checking, so that is possible to determine at any time of amount and value of each kind of material in stock. Operation of system of stores control and issues so that there will be a delivery of materials upon requisition to departments in the right amount of time they are needed. The development of system of controlling accounts and subsidy records which exhibit summary and detailed material cost at the stage of material receipt and consumption. Perpetual entry inventory. Inventory means stock. Every manufacturing concern has to maintain proper and accurate records recording the quantity and value of inventory in hand. The records may be maintained according to any one of the following two systems, like a periodical inventory system and a perpetual inventory system. Under this system, stocks are verified only at the end of the accounting period, usually a year. A periodic inventory system has the following some disadvantages. A business or production has to be stopped during the period of stock taking. This will result in loss of revenue to the firm. And physical verification of stock is time consuming, and stock verifiers are not experts in stock taking, so verification cannot be perfect. And the element of surprise check, which is essential for effective control, is completely absent. And stock discrepancies are not detected till the end of the accounting period. The system of continuous stock taking overcomes the disadvantages of periodic stock taking, and perpetual inventory system means it also known as automatic inventory system. It is an important aid to material control. Its main object is to make available details about the quantity and value of stock each item at all times. It consists of maintaining records for each type of material, showing the quantities and value of material received, issued in stock. It also covers continuous stock taking. Bin code. Bin is a place, rack or cupboard where materials are kept. Each bin has a code to show the position of stock in the item in bin. This code is also known as bin code or storage code. Only quantities are entered in the bin code. These codes are used not only for recording of receipt and issues of stores, but also to assist the storekeeper to control the stock. When the material are received, as an entry is made in the receipt column, and the balance is entered into balance column. Similarly, when the material are issued, an entry is made in the issue column and balance is entered in the balance column. So the balance in stores can be readily obtained. The storekeeper is answerable for any difference between the physical stock and stock balance shown in the bin code. By seeing the bin code, the storekeeper can send the material requisition for the purchase of the material in time. Economic order quantity. It is not a stock level. It is the ideal quantity of materials to be purchased at any time. If purchases are made in large quantities, the cost of holding the stock will be higher, but the cost of purchasing would be less. On the other hand, if purchases are made in small quantities, the cost of holding the stock will be less, while the cost of purchasing would be high. Therefore, the most economical size of order is that cost of purchasing as well as the cost of holding will be at the minimum. So it is the one of the oldest classical production scheduling models. It is the order quantity that minimize the total inventory holding cost and ordering costs. Next, let's see inventory levels. The fixation of inventory levels facilitates easy maintenance and control of various materials in proper way. Only fixation of inventory levels doesn't facilitate inventory control. A constant watch on the actual stock level of material should be kept so that proper action can be taken in time. Maximum level. This is the level above which the stock should not be allowed to exceed at any time. This is the level of material stock should be fixed by taking into account the following some factors like availability of capital, storage space available, rate of consumption of materials, unseasonable price fluctuations, economic order quantity, a possibility of change in fashion, in some government restriction as the case of explosive materials, the cost of maintenance, and also the time required to obtain the first supply of materials, etc. Minimum level. This is the level at which a new order for materials to be placed by the storekeeper. In other words, this is the level at which purchase requisition is made out. It is fixed in between maximum level and minimum level to ensure that the stock on hand does not fall below the minimum level before the receipt of order material. This level fixed by taking into account the following some factors. For instance, rate of consumption of material, minimum level, delivery time, and variation of delivery time. The formula should be a maximum consumption into maximum reorder period. Next one, reorder level. This level is fixed between maximum and minimum level in such a way that the requirement of material for the production can be met properly till the fresh supply of material is received. This level of material stock indicates that steps should be taken for procurement of further lot of materials. And danger level, this is fixed below minimum level. When the stock reaches this level, urgent action for purchase of material is taken. This level indicates a panic situation for the company as it has to make purchases in a rush, which may be involve higher cost. Next, method of pricing material issue. A number of methods are used for pricing material issue. Each method has to own advantages and disadvantages. As such, it is impossible to say which method is the best. Each organization should choose a particular method best suited to it. While choosing a method, it is necessary to see the method chosen as simple, effective, and realistic. At the same time, it is equally necessary to consider the effect of method on production, cost, and inventory valuation. The following are the different method of pricing material issues. First one, first in, first out. Under this method, materials are issued in the order of which they are received in the store. It means that the material received first will be issued first. Following advantages or V4 method. This method is simple to understand and easy to operate. The closing stock is valued at the current market price. Since issues are priced at cost, no profit or no loss arises from the pricing. This method is more suitable in times of falling prices. And some advantages of that. First thing, when prices fluctuate, calculation becomes complicated. This increases the possibility of clerical errors. During the period of price fluctuation, materials charged to job vary, therefore, comparison between job is difficult. During the period of rising prices, the product cost are understated and profit are overstated. This method results in payment of higher dividend out of the capital. And second one, lost in first out method. This method is opposite to V4. Here, materials received, lost, or issued first. Issues are made from the latest purchases. Some advantages, so there issues are based on actual cost. Issue price reflects the current market price, and product cost will be based on current market price and hence will be more realistic. There is no unrealized profit or loss. Simple to operate if purchases are not many and prices are steady or rising. When prices are rising, that method is helpful in preparation of quotation or estimates. And this method involves considerable clerical work. Under falling prices, issues are priced at lower price and stocks are valued at higher rate. Due to variation in prices, comparison of cost of similar is difficult. Next one, base stock method. Each business concern usually maintains a minimum quantity of material in stock. This minimum quantity is known as base stock. This stock will be used only when an emergency arises. This base stock considered to be a fixed asset valued at cost price, irrespective of other price fluctuations. The quantity is excess of the stock may be valued either by using first in first out and last in first out method. The base stock method is not independent method. It operates in conjunction with either V4 or LIFO. Hence, the advantages and disadvantages relating to V4 and LIFO are applicable. Next thing, simple average method. The simple average is determined by adding different prices of materials in stock and dividing the total number of prices. The quantity purchased in each lot is ignored. And some advantages are applicable. This method is simple to understand and easy to operate, and it is reduced clerical work. It is suitable when prices are stable. Some disadvantages are that it does not to take into account the quantities purchased. The value of closing stock becomes unrealistic. Material cost doesn't represent actual cost price. When prices fluctuate, this method will give incorrect result. Next, weighted average method. This is an improvement over the simple average method. This method takes into account both quantity and price for arriving at the average price. The weighted average is obtained by dividing the total cost of material in the stock by total quantity of materials in the stock, and it gives more accurate results than simple average price because it consider both quantity as well as price. It evens out effect of price fluctuations. All jobs are charged at average price, so comparison between job is more easily and realistic. It is suitable in the case of material subject to wide price fluctuations. It is acceptable to income tax authorities also. And the stock on hand does not represent current market price, and where large number of purchases are made at different rate, the calculation is ridiculous, so there are more changes of clerical error where with some approximations in average price there will be a profit or loss due to over or under charging of material cost to job. And next, market price method. This method is also called replacement price method. Under this method, material issues are priced at the market price prevailing on the date of issue of materials. It is simple to operate. Issues are priced at current market price. It is suitable for giving quotations on competitive basis also, and issues are not based on actual cost. A profit or loss may arise on account of rise or fall in prices of materials. It is not acceptable to income tax authorities also. Next, standard price method. Under this method, a standard or fixed price is used for pricing the issues. A standard price is fixed after considering all factors affecting the price, such as market conditions, quantity to be purchased, and future trend of the prices. This method is simple and easily to work as all the issues are valid at the same price. The material cost for a job can be determined in advance, and control over purchases is possible. Price variation is eliminated from cost, hence fair comparison between jobs is possible. It reduces clerical work and is less expensive. And these issues may not be reflect current market price. It does not conform the accepted accounting practices. The fixation of standard cost is very difficult when price fluctuate violently. Next, inflated price. This is not an independent method of pricing the issues. This is used in conjunction with any one of the other methods. Under this method, material issues are valued at an inflated price to cover the cost of contingencies or related cost. These costs include carriage on materials, cost of carrying inventory, and normal wastages such as evaporation and shrinkage, loss in weight, etc. And last thing, specific cost method. When materials are purchased for a particular job, its cost should be charged only to that particular job. This method is suitable for industries which carry out individual jobs or contracts against specific orders. Thank you.